Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel. This is Morning Tea. Cheers. How's everybody doing? Mm. It is Monday, January 30th, 2011. It's a beautiful Monday here in Laguna Beach. First of all, I want to start by apologizing to all of you guys that follow me. There was not a morning tea on Thursday and Friday, and um, I have a pretty good reason why. And this is actually the topic of today. Um, Over the last year, and in fact, I'm sorry, I do that with my lips sometimes. Today is episode 50 of Morning Tea, the second season. So I'm pretty excited about that. Today is number 50. And over the last year, I've taken on this venture of being completely honest and putting my face out there. And I guess I'm always afraid of sounding a little conceited or like self-proclaimed guru or a martyr. And by all means, I am none of those things. I am simply a guy who has baggage and I have issues and I have things to sort out and I'm a work in progress, and sometimes I feel like a recipe with one ingredient missing and I just can't figure out what it is. So Morning Tea has offered me the opportunity to do that, to share my experiences, my life, my strength, my hopes, my faith, my dreams, my goals, anything that I could possibly think of, I have shared with you guys over the last year, and I don't regret one single bit of it. I believe it's made me stronger, and then the feedback that I get from you guys, and the questions and the comments and the conversations that I've had with some of you folks online or by email has been outstanding. I've learned so much more. I think I've learned so much more than I've taught. And that's an amazing thing to do. To put yourself out there and then have that flood of information come back at you and just feel so energized and alive. Um, of course, professionally speaking, Morning Tea has gotten me to now have my own podcast. And you guys can hear that every Wednesday on abnormalentertainment.com. Just go to Abnormal Entertainment, or if you have Facebook page, follow me on Facebook at Put It Together on Facebook. Just search for it. Morning Tea has grown to the level that I have my own podcast, and it's something that I always wished for, my own show. It's an hour length show where I talk about a particular subject, and this week's subject will be about sexuality, um, born or made, and coming out, and the conversation actually took a different turn, and I have my best friend Eric Klinger as my first guest, which was amazing to have a conversation with him. But there's always a downfall. There's always a negative side to it, and the negative side of it has been that I have peeled so many layers of my life. I have taken off sexuality and HIV and AIDS and alcoholism and drug addiction and family issues and personal issues and relationships. And I've talked to you guys about everything, and there's never been, I can't say never, there's been very few moments to analyze what I say and how I say it and the meaning behind it. So basically, what happened is, after so many layers, I was down to the center, just raw bone, and it's really sensitive, and it's left me a little shaky. So last Friday was my first therapy session, and I want to thank the folks over at ASF, AIDS Services Foundation, for their help with that, and my great doctor, John Timberlake, no relation, um, for that first session. And we talked about this, and we talked about everything that I've done in the last year to improve myself and to better myself. I'm going to continue with Morning Tea. But I'd like you guys to also follow me on the podcast. There'll be intertwined, but two totally different shows. I'm going to talk more about my life and the similarities in an effort to find folks out there with similar issues so that we can share and bond and help each other out somehow. So you might be hearing a lot more about my therapy sessions. Actually, he recommended it, considering that this is the venue that I use to share, that I should continue sharing with you guys my progress. That's going to be 15 sessions, and today is number 2. I had one Friday. Today we're having another one, and then every Monday from so on. So probably on Tuesday mornings is when you hear what happened at my sessions. If this gets too overwhelming, I do want to let you know, if it gets overwhelming, we might have to cut down the morning teas to lesser numbers a week. I don't want to put too much out there. Although I don't know if at this point in my life I can really wrangle it back. um, but I do want to thank everybody who did have a chance to listen to the first episode of just Put It Together on Normal Entertainment. Thank you. I believe at week's end I was number 4 on the ratings with all the other groups. And we have some amazing shows. If there's anything that you're into, sports, comics, if you just want to hear folks complain about something, or you want to see how some folks are reaching the bottom so they can come back up, there's all kinds of shows. So go to abnormalentertainment.com and check out the webpage, and you will find me there, plus all the other shows on. Matt Grenier is one of my good friends, so check out his show On the Way Down. And Cam and Kevin, who are my bosses, they will have their own shows. Yes, I know I'm plugging. But basically today's show is about, it's okay to pull the layers off. It's great to do that. It's great to reach a point where everything's just exposed. But let's make sure that we have somebody there to help us sort. I was telling some friends yesterday, Lauren and Jeannie and my new friend Selena, I was telling them yesterday that I feel like it's a spiritual hoarders episode, where I've pulled up so many layers that now I need somebody to come and help me and sort out what to keep and what to give away and what to donate, and that's where I am now. Today is I feel a little sensitive. Today is a spiritual hoarding day, and it's time to clean house. And yes, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because I don't know what I'm gonna have to give up and how big of an impact it's been on my life. So with that, guys, let me pull out some cards. I have these cards backwards. Spiritual Law of Attraction. That's always a wonderful card for a Monday, especially if you're starting new projects like me. Let's ask for great stuff. Don't hesitate on asking for the big stuff. Friends and I have determined that the universe gives you about 80% of what you ask for. So ask for 100. I trust that by the time you get to 80, you've covered all the best things that you want, or the major things you want. The last 20 are just going to be fillers. So go and ask. Get that list together. Create the list of the 100 things you want. It could be 100 things you want from your house, 100 things you want from a partner, 100 things you want from a job, 100 things you want for your perfect vacation. Put down 100 things that you want for this special thing, and let's see how many of those you get back. Because sparkle, you are sparkle. Today is Monday. The sun is beautiful, at least here in Laguna Beach. Go out and sparkle. Wear something bright. Wear something that people will notice you. If you're that type of person that always wears black, throw a little color in there and just see what kind of reaction you get from folks. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you. Today is, again, my second day of therapy, and I will fill you guys on what's going on with that. Morning tea will continue to be all week for now, until if it gets a little too overwhelming, then we might have to reduce. But for now, you have me every day, plus an hour on Wednesdays with Put It Together on Abnormal Entertainment. Thank you, guys. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.